I have set up a whole bunch of things in this Bedrock world. Things that I bet you don't know exist in Minecraft. I didn't know basically all of these. Huge thank you to the YouTube members that directly support the channel. You guys rock. If you want to find out more information, click the join button. And of course, always thank you so much to those of you who subscribe and turn on notifications. So this is a list of 5 things that I have learned while making OMG Craft and that I bet you had no idea existed in Minecraft. If you did, congratulations to you. Hooray. This list includes a whole bunch of things from the Bedrock edition of the game. So this is a Bedrock exclusive list. I hope to do one for Java edition in the future, but there's a lot of stuff that's in Bedrock that I feel like does not get covered because so many YouTubers are Java edition YouTubers. At least this is my experience. And because I mostly watch Java edition stuff, there's a few things that go sort of missed. And unless you actually see this in your own world or try this in your own Bedrock world, then you probably have never noticed some of these things. This requires the use of llamas. Hello, little llamas. So llamas, if you anger them, basically by punching them, I think that's the only way you can ever anger a llama is by hurting them. They will spit at you. But in the Bedrock edition of that game, that spit projectile can actually be deflected. I am in survival mode and that didn't hurt at all. So I'm just gonna hit this guy and I'm not gonna do anything. Hands up. There you go. You can see that it hurts me for half a heart. But when I punch this guy and he hits his projectile at me and I punch it back, you can see that it aims back at where it comes from. Now, there's some really sort of big smoke particles, but you can tell every once in a while when the smoke particles cooperate, basically, that you can shoot this projectile back at the llamas. Now, llamas have a really, really long spitting distance, which is also kind of crazy. So you can sort of deflect their super long spit back at them. And you can even hit it back at them. I have this sort of glass in the way. So when you hit it back at them, if it hits them, it will actually hurt them just like it would hurt you. Now, it reminds you of what happens when you hit a gassed fireball back at a gassed. And it got me thinking, can you do this with every projectile inside of the Bedrock edition of the game? So I have this little system set up with a whole bunch of arrows. I was thinking maybe the arrows can be deflected back. What if I punch an arrow back? No, it does. This does not work. And so no, the arrow, you cannot punch an arrow coming back at you and have it redirect towards wherever the arrow is firing from. It seems to only work with cast fireballs and llama spit. Now, I will mention about the arrows. There's an itty-bitty chance that it works. Some people on Reddit say that it works. It's not on the wiki, though, so who knows? This next little tidbit is one of the things that actually inspired this video, something I saw over on Reddit, and that is that whenever you are on a trusty horse, whenever you actually jump on the back of a horse with a saddle and you see its hearts, that those hearts are actually little saddles, and it's a little difficult to see. So I have a saddle in my inventory right here so you can kind of directly compare one to one. But the idea is that the humps of the hearts, that is the actual saddle. And if you're looking at it from a sideways perspective. So if I'm right here, see this sideways perspective. And then you have a strap that comes down with a stirrup, and that is basically that metal silver part. That is the stirrup that you would put your foot into, and then the black is just the outline of the heart. So your heart of an animal is actually a saddle heart. I just thought it was some weird looking leather colored, I hadn't thought anything more about it. Next is something that is a very technical jargon sort of situation, and that is the little guy up in the corner. You can see him there. This is a Bedrock exclusive. He shows up when you're doing something that's not normal. So like when you're just walking, he's not there. But if you're sprinting, then he shows up. If you're just standing there, not there. But if you're crouching, then he shows up. And he kind of shows which direction you're looking. If you're flying, he shows up a lot. So that is technically called a paper doll. Huh? Paper doll? Okay. I saw this in the wiki and I was like, paper doll? How do I know what a paper doll is? There's not paper dolls in Minecraft. That doesn't exist. Of course, you know, I went and researched a little bit more. That little little animated dude up in the corner, that is technically called a paper doll. Next has to do with these little guys, squids. And in the Java edition of Minecraft, squids are just squids. In the Bedrock Edition, squids are not only just squids, but they're baby squids. Baby squids do not exist in the Java edition of the game. And when I found this out, I was so shocked. It's itty bitty, teeny, teeny, tiny. Now, one of the reasons I played a little bit on the Bedrock version, but one of the reasons I probably have never seen this is A, who really cares about squids, and B, the chance of getting a baby squid is really, really rare. So you can see I have so many squids in this lake here. I used a command block to just summon just tons and tons of squids. Probably a bad idea, but only 5% of these squids turn out to be baby squids. So here's a little baby squid. He's so itty bitty. So baby squids not only are rare, but they're also kind of just hard to notice unless you're really looking for the baby version of the squid. And so I could really see that this gets just ignored all the time. No, people walk by a whole bunch of squids, they don't realize one of them is a baby squid, which is a really rare squid. So 1 out of 20 will be a little baby guy. Speaking of baby things, this is exclusive only to the baby zombies in the Bedrock Edition, and that is that they can ride anything. I saw this over on Reddit as a baby zombie that was riding a horse, and it was just like, okay, that seems overpowered. Okay, that's nightmare fuel right there. So here I just have a whole bunch of mobs up in here. This one riding a panda is too adorable. It's dangerous and adorable at the same time. That is a bad combination. It works with cats. I had a cat one escape earlier. So here's how this works. Whenever a baby zombie is spawned, there's a 15% chance that they will be a jockey, which means that they would search out for an animal and then ride it. So you can see some babies in here that are not on another creature. Also mentioned that there's a 15% chance when attacking that they become a jockey. So not only do you got some that are jockeys immediately, but sounds like you got some that will become jockeys after attacking the player as well. What is more is that if you attack and kill the thing that it is riding, so let's just go for this panda guy here, just because the panda's really big. Sorry, panda. We have to kill you for science. You can see that the jockey switches to the next available mob that he can get onto. So we could, if we wanted a little guy to ride a chicken or a cat or something. How did you get bamboo? Oh my gosh, he just ate the bamboo from another panda. That is cannibalism. These guys can control the mob. So if I come out here, and I'm gonna die pretty quickly, I'm just like warning you, but I say survival mode, you can see, look at this guy on a pig. He can control the pig and make it run after me, even though it doesn't have a saddle or anything. So that is also terrifying in its own right, that you could have it riding a cat and the cat would be, controlled. It's terrifying, that's all I'm saying. But now we can get any of the other mobs that will work. So let's grab a cat just because I've talked about it and I really, really want to see it. So we will kill this pig that he's riding on. Come back, pig. No. Oh, gosh. Woo. Ah, there we go. And then if we... Oh, stop it. Okay, we'll put a whole bunch of cats around just so that he'll choose a cat when this horse dies. And die. There you go. Now he's on a cat. It's adorable. It's adorable. Here, I want to go into survival mode. Oh my gosh! Killer cat! Ah! Oh, you're so cute. I should tame you, little kitty cat. And I'm dead. And there you have it, my list of things that I bet you did not know about Minecraft Bedrock Edition. Like I mentioned before, I do hope to make a Java Edition version of this video with some Java Edition exclusive. There were a few things that I tested, could not get them to happen, one of which was that bees could be pollinating nether wart. Not possible, so I didn't show it in the video. So if you're wondering, like, why was that built? And it wasn't ever used. Well, that's why. Thank you so much for watching this episode of OMG Craft. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a big old thumbs up. Also, make sure you subscribe for future videos, tips, tricks, tutorials, and spotlights. And once again, big thank you to those YouTube members. You guys rock. See you in the next video. Bye!